good morning to you. This is Wake Up News on Globe TV. I am Brighter. So let's begin with our top stories. Coming up in the next 40 minutes, Ghana Police Service has successfully located Tony Minta, the Chief Executive Officer of. And coming up on the international front, at least 5 killed in attack on aerospace firm near Turkey's Ankara. You've got details of these stories and many more coming up shortly in the next 40 minutes if you spend your time with me. Welcome back to the program. Remember, we are streaming all across the world on Facebook at Globe TV GH. You can join us with your thoughts and comment. This morning, the Ghana Police Service has successfully located Tony Minta, the Chief Executive Officer of NextGen Infracom, after his reported abduction from the National Communications Authority premises in Accra. The police have confirmed that further details will be shared soon and investigations are ongoing to determine the circumstances of his alleged abduction. NextGen Franco is at the far front of Ghana's 5G upgrade, having been awarded the licensing contract. The company's management has expressed gratitude to the Ghana Police Service for their swift response. In a related development, NextGen Infraco was launched on June 3, 2024 as a collaborative effort between the government of Ghana, Ascend Digital, KNet, Radisys, Nokia, Tech Mahindra, and mobile network operators like Airtel, Tigo, and Telecel. This initiative aims to provide affordable 5G mobile broadband services nationwide. The Minister for Communications and Digitalization, Mrs. AWUSI, described the launch of NextGen Infraco as a groundbreaking partnership that will spearhead Ghana's digital transformation. Let me take you to Parliament because the House is facing controversy after Speaker Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin suspended sittings indefinitely due to low attendance among members of Parliament. The Majority Caucus has initiated a recall of Parliament, citing the need to address critical government business. The suspension comes amid a Parliament standoff, with the minority insisting on their majority status despite the recent Supreme Court ruling. The court granted a stay of execution on the Speaker's decision to declare 4 seats vacant. The second Deputy Majority Chief Whip, Alex Tete Jabunabwa, in a letter addressed to Parliament, emphasized that the recall request was made in good faith and aimed at serving the national interest. The Majority Caucus stressed the urgency of convening the House to address pressing legislative matters, warning that prolonged delays could undermine public trust in the legislative process. The New Patriotic Party has accused the National Democratic Congress (NDC) of devising a secret plan to hinder government business as outlined in a confidential document. This move is seen as a deliberate attempt to disrupt the government's operations and undermine its ability to deliver on its promises. Now, speaking at a press conference on Wednesday, October 23rd, the NPP Director of Communications, Rich Dahiagba, alleged that the recent standoff in Parliament is part of broader strategy to devised by the National Democratic Congress to win the 2024 elections.
The members of Parliament on our side, that is the majority side, have yet again demonstrated the MPP's belief in and fidelity to the rule of law. The MPP's desire for protecting the peace and stability of our dear country remains unmatched. As our majority leader, Apenyo Marken, put it, we want to conduct ourselves in a manner that will not put our children and young people of this country to shame. The NDC, on the other hand, prefers to dispense with civility and go back to factory settings, namely to be crude, crass, chaotic, and confused, rude and violent. That is what the NDC means when they say they want a so-called reset. Moving on to the NDC's document to win the election 2024, which I've just shown you, our verifications show that it is a legitimate operational document of the National Democratic Congress. In other words, it's not a fake document. It's a true document, a document the NDC has been working with since January 7th or 8th, 2021. The document consists of 11 chapters, each directing the NDC on various disruptive, unfair, and outright crude tactics to aid its capturing of power in 2024. I strongly urge Ghanaians to read this secret document, which will introduce you to the dark corners of the NDC's corporate mind. It is a must read for voters, especially the youth and the middle class, because the document and its prescriptions make nonsense of patriotism, responsibility, democracy, and political ethics. The secret document goes beyond the ordinary strategy or action plan you would expect a political party to operate with. This secret document is a deliberate ploy by the NDC to hoodwink Ghanaians. In other words, to dupe Ghanaians of their votes. From what we have read in the document, the NDC had a plan right from January 8, 2021 to frustrate the government and make it unpopular through foul means to win power December 7, 2024. One would think that any political opposition party would do same. Indeed, that is not problematic if those plans are legitimate and in the nation's best interest. However, this document we have uncovered from the NDC promotes crude, undemocratic, and unpatriotic means of achieving political.
The presidential candidate for the All People's Congress, Hassan Ayariga, on Tuesday, October 22nd, unveiling his policies in a meeting with the Ghana Union of Traders Associations. A key aspect of his policies include building a national data system, implementing a national development plan, and introducing an economic lockdown to improve local productivity. Hassan Ayariga also emphasized the need for a change in mindset, asserting that it is the responsibility of Ghanaians to build their own country. He also stressed the importance of transparency in presidency and the need to prioritize Ghanaian citizens and businesses.
Until we all put our heads together collectively, become responsible citizens, dedicated citizens, trustworthy citizens, transparent leaders, and role models to the future generation, we will fail as a nation. So first of all, if we do not change that concept of mindset, no matter the leader that will be president of the Republic of Ghana, will fail. Because we will contribute to that failure instead of contributing to building our nation. And leaders too must be very, very transparent. Periodically, as leader, as president of the Republic of Ghana, you need to let the Ghanaian citizen know the state of the nation, the true state of the nation, not the political state of the nation. High leadership will patronize Ghana and Ghanaian first for this country to grow. Policy number 3, that in order to know your people, you need to have what is called a national data system. We do not have a national data system. Then APC and Hassan intend to roll what is called a national data system and base. That means that every Ghanaian from now on, when I become president, from your property, your facial recognition, your data, your businesses, your bank accounts, your blood group, everything about you will be taken into consideration. I am going to build a country driven by data. The struggling we are having with Ghana voters, ID card and EC, you don't need to struggle with that anymore. When you turn 18, you'll be home and you'll get a letter that go to this office and then register to become a voter. Nobody is looking for you anywhere to bring you. You will go there automatically because systems are working. To bring you. You will go there automatically because systems are working. Institutions.
From the camp of the APC, the Executive Director of the Center for Democratic Development Ghana, CDD, Professor Kwesi Prempeh, has sounded a warning bell about the state of Ghana's political parties. He believes that these parties have lost sight of their core purpose, morphing into election-winning machines rather than policy-making bodies. This shift in focus undermines the country's democracy, prioritizing political interests over the needs of the people.
The Friends of WAKEUPSHOW's first public lecture was under the theme, The Crisis of Civic Citizenship in Contemporary Ghanaian Democracy. Speaking at the event, Executive Director of the Center for Democratic Development Ghana, Professor Kwesi Prempeh, underscored the pivotal role of political parties' participation in strengthening a country's democracy. He stressed that the actions of Ghana's political parties have increasingly undermined democracy in the country, citing difficult requirements needed for a person to be elected as parliamentary candidate in a political party.
Parties really have become the conduits through which we recruit our political leadership. So if you want to make change, in many respects, if parties were democratic, deliberative bodies, policy-making bodies about ideas, a lot of people should be going through that. But our parties are not those. They are just election-winning machines that mobilize basically to win elections, and even their internal processes are not democratic. If you want to contest as a member of parliament, some of the criteria would say you have to show that you have nurtured the constituency. Do you understand what that means? Nurtured the constituency as a requirement for becoming a candidate in a party. It means you must have spent money in the preceding 4 years taking care of the party executives and the gatekeepers who are going to make it possible for you to become a candidate. Right? Now, how is that going to encourage many young people, many women, and people without means, but who have serious civic interest? How is that going to encourage them when you have a party system like that? It shuts out a lot of people.
Professor Prempeh expressed his concerns about Ghana's attitude towards protest, emphasizing the need to allow citizens to protest to strengthen and sustain the country's democracy.
It is in the long-term sustainable interest of our democracy to unfreeze these parts, especially citizen protest. We must take a very hard look at our attitude towards citizen protest, because the more you prevent young people from venting, when you don't have options for them, the more things bottle up. I think we should allow protest as much as we can, as long as it is orderly. We should allow protest. We should try not to prevent them. The African population is very youthful. They have a lot of energy. Protest should be allowed for young people to vent.
He argues that Ghana needs to reform its political parties to promote a healthier democracy.
Reform our political parties. The amount of money in our politics is obscene. I used to be against public funding for parties. Now I am not. But only on condition that when we take it over, we take over everything. We take over billboards, we take over everything. We script it. And it's done in other African countries. I was in Dakar before the elections, not a single billboard. Because they opened the election window a few weeks before election. Ghana has a 4-year election window. The moment you lose election, your billboard stays because you are waiting to come back. It doesn't go anywhere. Right? So some of these changes have to be done to liberate voice. To liberate voice. Because as Heshman says, that is the political action par excellence. And without that, there is no peaceful alternative to changing course in our democracy. Without that.
The upcoming 2024 general elections are facing controversy with concerns raised by the Progressive Youth Federation Ghana and the Eagle Eye Sight Ghana about the integrity of the electoral process. At a press conference in Accra, convener Justice Yeboah called for the exclusion of InnoLink, a private printing company, from printing ballots due to its disputed role in the 2020 elections.
Allegations against InnoLink include unlawfully printing over 1 million extra ballot papers during the 2020 general elections in collaboration with the ruling New Patriotic Party and the Electoral Commission. These extra ballots, discovered by the National Democratic Congress, contained images of candidates from the first round of voting, contradicting InnoLink's claim that they were meant for a possible runoff. The situation highlights tensions between Ghana's major political parties and raises questions about the electoral process transparency and fairness.
Na yenyina bekaya election etwa mu no 2020 general election no Electoral Commission efa adwumakuo bi ya ye frɛ omo InnoLink se omo printe eye ballot papers na yewie ye no ekodadi se sa adwumakuo yi a printed ballot papers na Electoral Commission ma omo kwan so omo print no ama na broso beye 1 million ballot papers se ekoba se ya e ma periperi yo a ye hwehwe e wo yabato mu no endadi enti eye NDC amodoku no e ko report ye e ma police fo e di akire e make sure say sa ballot papers no ya hye no yekodanya ne ya Electoral Commission asa akoma sa company ya ye friend InnoLink no contract say omon san ko print election 2024 ballot papers MI Progressive Youth Federation ne Eagle Eye Sight say ye dwen ho ye dadwen ho a enye yi enti ye frɛ anuanum nyina e wo Ghana say ye demand accountability from Electoral Commission na yes Electoral Commission say onyina sa asem we so terminate contract na or de InnoLink e wono.
The groups are concerned that InnoLink's continued involvement could jeopardize the fairness and transparency of the upcoming elections. They are advocating for the EC to work only with companies that have a clean record of professionalism and transparency. Justice Yeboah urged the public and civil society organizations, political parties, non-stakeholders to join the fight for electoral justice.
Civil society organizations nyina ene Ghana fo nyina say omon kan ho na yankuntia saa ade yi a ekoso e wo yabato asemu efi se ekoba saa na se yakuntia ye kan ho bom se yakuntia me wogidie se saa bre no na Electoral Commission ebetie na ya san se InnoLink adwumakuo ne se som ya nkurankura adwumakuo no ebe ya enka omo ankasa se Electoral Commission po eni omo mfirimu a omo ankasa entwe omo ho enfiri saa 2024 printing of ballot papers no na we call we enye civil society organization ko a Ghana fo nyina asofo na nanmo ahemfo ene mo sentwerefo nyina nso monka ye ho.
With 44 days to election 2024, we here continue to be your election court. Coming up on the program, serves in Ghana joining the fight against legal mining to protect the country's water bodies from pollution. If you've got details coming up shortly, don't go anywhere. You're welcome back to the program. I am Brightos, and our service in Ghana are joining the fight against illegal mining to protect the country's water bodies from pollution. The Ghana Water Company Limited reports that pollution levels are now 7 times higher than usual due to illegal gold mining in major water bodies across Eastern, Ashanti, Central and Western regions. This is alarming as expert warns that Ghana may have to import water by 2030 if the situation doesn't improve.
Research has linked water pollution from galamsey illegal mining to severe health issues, including kidney failure, birth defects, and cancer. These conditions are already prevalent in many mining communities across Ghana. The Chef Association of Ghana, led by President Isaac Kofi, has expressed deep concerns about the continuous destruction of water bodies. As a result, many chefs have switched to using sachet water instead of pipe-borne water due to pollution concerns.
Our rivers, everything is being polluted. So, which one are we going to use to cook for the people? Right? So we want to appeal to them. We know government can able to do that. It's just that we are doing lip service. That is why our streams and everything is being polluted. I don't know the reasons why government can't be able to overcome this kind of challenge. We can able to do that. We can do it, and we need to do. Today there's a lot of chronic disease affecting our own people. So we want to appeal to government, and we know it is an election year as well. We need peace. At the end of the day, if there's a war, when you become president, whom are you going to use?
Isaac Kofi is also advocating for culinary art to become a preferred career path for students. At this year's International Day of Chef celebration at Gomwanyanyano DC Primary School, he encouraged basic level students to consider becoming chefs. However, he also emphasized the need for the Ministry of Education to make culinary art a more...
The Director General of the Social Security and National Insurance Trust, NATE, Kofi Osafo-Maafo, has reassured stakeholders that despite concerns about sustainability, SNATE remains financially stable and capable of meeting its obligations. This comes after a critical report from the International Labour Organization projected that SNATE reserves could be depleted by 2036, raising questions about the pension scheme long-term viability. At the Pensioners Engagement 2024 event in Koforidua, Osafo-Maafo emphasized that SNATE has consistently paid out benefit to its members without defaulting since its inception. In 2021, the organization reported a surplus of approximately 230 million Ghana cedis, with even greater surpluses in subsequent years due to effective investment management and cost controls.
Our service offering has improved very significantly. We are applying technology. We have digital platforms which make the work easier for our contributors. And also we are managing costs better. We are managing our investments more prudently. And all in all, we are doing everything that we can, and it's within our capability to ensure that the scheme works better. So the idea of SNATE not being around is a non-starter. We are very confident, and based on the current performance of the trust, that SNATE will be around for a very long time to come. So we don't even consider the issue of when SNATE will not be around. We have never miss the pension payment, and we are not going to miss one in the future.
The forum provided a much-needed platform for dialogue between Senate and its retired members, enabling them to voice concerns and seek clarification on their benefits. Osafo reiterated Senate's commitment to ensuring the scheme's sustainability, acknowledging the importance of safeguarding the pension scheme for current and future generations.
Is what you put in is what you get out, and as we highlighted, there are people who are earning significant amounts on retirement based on what they put in. So likewise, if you look at your basic salary.
Coming up on the international fronts, at least 5 people killed in attack on an aerospace firm near Turkey's Ankara. Details erupt shortly. Do stay with us. On a very sad development, at least 5 people have been killed and 22 others wounded in an attack on the headquarters of Turkish Aerospace and the first company, Turkish Aerospace Industries, near the capital, Ankara. Turkish Interior Minister has said. Footage from the scene broadcast by local media just after the attack showed huge clouds of smoke and large fire raging at a site 40 kilometers north of Ankara.
Loud blasts followed by gunfire inside the premises of the Turkish aerospace and defense company TUSAŞ near Ankara. Haberturk television said the explosion may have been caused by a suicide bomber. Another local TV station says a group of assailants suspected to be Kurdish militants drove into the facility in a taxi during a security personnel shift change. It says one of the attackers threw a bomb before his companions stormed the complex. The sounds of gunfire continued for some time, according to eyewitnesses, before security forces were able to intervene. Ambulances have also been dispatched to help the wounded. Turkish Interior Minister Ali Yerlikaya posted on social media platform X condemning what he described as a heinous attack. Earlier, he also wrote, a terrorist attack was carried out against TUSAŞ, Ankara Kahramanmaraş facilities. Unfortunately, we had martyrs and injured people after the attack. May God have mercy on our martyrs. I wish a speedy recovery to our injured. The public will be informed about the developments. The aftermath attack site is still being investigated, and there is still no official statement as to the identity of the attacker.
My colleague Robert Konya has joined me in the studio with a later development from the world of sports. Don't go anywhere.
This is the sports segment of the Wake Up Show. Good morning. I am Robert Konye. Lots of stories coming your way this morning. Ghana's under-20 have qualified to the semi-final of the WAFU Zone B qualifiers for 2024. It was a one-all draw game against Togo. Also, in the Women's Premier League, some of the games will be live this weekend on various television platforms. We'll give that to you. And also, in the UEFA Champions League, some of the teams shocked the world with some results. And leading the line was Barcelona's 4-1 victory over Bayern Munich at the Montjuic. Some other stories, including these ones, will be coming after this break. Welcome back. The Under-20 African Cup of Nations WAFU B qualifiers 2024 are still ongoing. And the Black Satellites of Ghana, Ghana's men's under-20 team, played a 1-1 draw against Togo. This means they've now qualified to the semi-final of the competition. The goal was equalized by the Togolese, and so a 1-1 draw against Togo. This was the scoreline that came from the game. Away from that, let's look at the table. The table, Ghana now lead with 5 points, and also we have Niger placing second with 4, Togo 3, and also Benin having 2 points. Ghana goes straight into the semi-final of the competition. The Malta Guinness Women's Premier League has already started, and this weekend wouldn't be an exception. Various games will be played. Police Ladies against Army Ladies. That game will be live on TV. And also we have Soccer Intellectuals against Hazakas Ladies. Faith Ladies will play Lady Strikers. Berry Ladies will take on Jonina Ladies. And also Halifax will play against Epiphany Ladies. So these are some of the games we have for you this weekend. And also Savannah FC will play against Kumasi Sports Academy at the Kulikuli AstroTurf, and the game will be live on Globe Television. And we have Sunshine Ladies playing against Police Ladies. Supreme Ladies will take on Tamale Super Ladies, and also Ampem Dakwa Ladies will play against Northern Ladies, while Dreams Ladies take on Fosu Royal Ladies. These are the games from the Malta Guinness Women's Premier League. Also to the Ghana Premier League, some games would also be live on TV. We have Legon Cities playing Accra Lions. That game will be live. And also Nations FC against Vision FC. Hearts of Oak will play Bibiani Gold Stars. Bechem United, Karela United, Basake Holy Stars, Kumasi Asante Koroko. That game will also be live on telly. And we have Young Apostles playing at home against Dreams FC. Hearts of Lions taking on Nswatreman FC. And also Diana against Mediama Samates will play Brekum Chelsea. The game between Diana and Mediama will also be live on TV. Now let's see at the various platforms to telecast the games of the Ghana Premier League this weekend. The game between Legon Cities and Accra Lions will be live on these various channels and platforms. Also Hearts of Oak against Bibiani Gold Stars, Basake Holy Stars, Asante Koroko. And now we have Diana playing against Mediama Sporting Club. Will be live on Globe Television. These are the games that will be live on TV for you this weekend. To the Champions League in Europe, FC Barcelona surprisingly defeated Bayern by 4-1. Atalanta 0, Celtic 0. Brest and Leverkusen played 1-1. Atletico Madrid at the Metropolitano lost by 3-1 to Lille. Barca 4, Bayern Munich 1. I've already talked about that. We have Benfica losing at home to Feyenoord at the Stadio Dalu. Another surprising scoreline. Leipzig, Red Bull Arena lost by 1-0 to Liverpool. Manchester City 5, Sparta Prague 0. And also Salzburg at home lost to Dynamo Zagreb.
Difficile à dire pour le moment. L'entrée des 22 acteurs, des 22 étoiles, des 22 stars. Attention à
over Bayern Munich. Have a good morning and thanks for your time.
You're welcome back to the program. We take a recap of our top stories. The Ghana Police Service has successfully located Tony Minta, the Chief Executive Officer of Next Gen in Franco, after his reported abduction from the National Communications Authority premises in Accra. And the NPP majority caucus has initiated a recall of Parliament, citing the need to address critical government business. You also heard from the international front, where at least 5 people killed in attack on aerospace firm near Turkey's Ankara. And that will be for the bulletin. On behalf of the entire production team led by Alexander Ohineja and directed by Abena McCaffrey and Kelvin Yebua. Many thanks for watching. I am Bright. I wish you have a good morning and enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye-bye.